Hello, welcome back to another Flowers from Show. I'm Jacobishere, and today we are playing with another beautiful episode of Growing Together. This is, I don't know what episode this is, 17 I think, and today's Iggy's birthday. He is becoming an adult. This is Iggy behind us. Iggy is the cause of like a lot of our problems right now in this series, and will continue to be the cause of a lot of these problems as we continue to go forward, as we're trying to figure out what to do with Mindy, because this is about Mindy's life. This is the sequel series, The Birth to Death, where I follow single sim from birth to literal death, and that's him being Mindy, and now she is well into her young adult years, about to be aging up with the next few parts, guys. Like, we're probably like 4 or 5 parts away from her birthday. You know, she went back to college last episode, and so we're gonna get to see her graduate and stuff relatively soon. She is living her best life, but her husband is a cheater. It's his birthday, so let's celebrate that. Like, you know, that's the way life happens. So this is Iggy. Like I said, I do like Iggy. I have nothing wrong with Iggy. Iggy had a rough childhood. Not that it excuses anything. He's just a major flirt. I think he needs someone who is willing to have an open relationship with him, and I think it would be great. I think he would be excellent for that person if that person, you know, if there was like a willingness for that. Mindy is a loyal sim. She believes in monogamy and all this other fun stuff that, like, being loyal to your partner and things is extremely important to her. And so I think that's where like a lot of the problems like spew from, which we've talked about for many of an episode. And we're still going to talk about this episode because they are officially sleeping in different rooms. Mindy has now claimed this bedroom over here, which is the like side bedroom in case we want to have like a stayover or something. You always want a guest bed, so it's a guest bed, but this is where Mindy's been sleeping, and Iggy has been sleeping in this bed, as you can tell based on the images alone. Yeah, it's not great. Things are not going well for them in the household. They're going to start going to couples therapy. That's something that's going to happen in this part. Eventually, we're going to start out with this birthday. She also might graduate. I really don't know how long I'm going to record this part for. But yeah, that being said, he's go ahead and blow out his candles. It is his birthday time. There he goes. Yeah, blow out those candles. It's just like, look at all these memories and things. I don't know. It's sad to me. It is sad. And I have to say, you know, Mindy has really isolated herself with her family, which is something I do think she would do. I'm not saying that like in a negative like forefront or anything. I just feel like it's something to take note of. She doesn't really have friends anymore. You know, we've done a few different parties and stuff. I definitely feel like she would be much more interested in doing more things with friends. So we'll see. But he's now officially an adult, which is pretty crazy. Our first adult of the household. We've known him since a literal child. Probably, you know, obviously he was born in the save and stuff around the time we were born in the save. We're around the same age. He is a slightly older sim than us. He has since quit his job. He is doing freelance programming and stuff. He's made some interesting choices with his life, I should say. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump on over to a different clip where something else will happen. I'm not entirely sure what all we're following. My main goal here is sending Mindy off to college to getting her graduated, because once we get her graduated, she can quit her current job and become what she actually wants to do, which is a charity worker. So I would like to set her on that forefront path, and also I'd like to start couples counseling today. Once again, I don't know if she's going to graduate today, but I'd like to start couples counseling at least. So I'll come back with you when more things start to happen. I'm sorry, but who calls a kid? Okay, Andrea just got back from school. She was asked, "Do you wish you looked as happy as I do?" Well, you have the power. Just send one million. Don't delay. Happiness is just a million away. She is a child. Okay, a child. That's ridiculous. That is a crazy thing for her to do. She's gonna have her come over here and play Space Explorer though before we start on evening activities such as homework and things like that. I'm gonna have Mindy come get the mail. Mindy also did her first day of classes today. She's almost done with her term paper, so we're gonna have her finish her term paper today as well. So we can just go ahead and get that sent in. So continue to edit that, and that's what we're currently doing. He picked up a hobby, I guess. Good for him. And the babies are sleeping. Maggie and Aaron are both sleeping. Once again, Andrea's out here hopefully living her best life. So this evening we've had Mindy, and she finished up her papers that I got submitted, and she was up here and she did a little bit of, she has 32 million followers, by the way, but she did a little bit of charity streaming, because that's something that she truly believes in. She has a very big, strong heart for this. It looks like she got some fan mail. Hi, I'd like to show you a painting of you I painted recently. Is there any way I can send you a painting to you? I put my soul into it. I wish I could answer those things, because I would love to see a painting that someone made of Mindy. I think that'd be so cute. I would be a fan. She can start working on her presentation. She's been thinking about maybe making some more friends. Andrea is up here. She's been working at the station. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Who are you? Trying to figure out if any of us know her. She's a fan who just came in. There she's at. Cool, you can leave. And Iggy's been down here doing this. But that's what tonight looks like. Once again, they're going to be sleeping in different beds. Once she gets a little bit more fun stuff, I'll work a little bit on the presentation, as that's something we obviously have to do this week. But he's getting another call. He's been getting a lot of calls. His dad and him have been talking every day about him possibly maybe having to get an apartment in the city or something temporary. Because they have come down to the realization that, one, the person who's bringing in the most amount of money daily is Mindy. Mindy will be bringing in the most amount of money even when she switches over to her new job. A job that she talked very much about. The job that, she's had long conversations about with Iggy. And so this job isn't going to come as a surprise. Like, Iggy has now been through 3 or 4 different jobs since, they have lived together. And also Mindy, has her business and stuff on top of her job, which is going to be mostly an auction house. I don't even think we're going to donate a lot of her paintings and stuff. That business, I'm not going to lie, has a very strong feeling it's just not going to last. I feel like eventually that business will be sold. I think Mindy has other plans. Mindy, she thought this was her ideal life for a long time there, and I just don't think that's going to be the case. Oh, here comes London. I'm gonna actually send her home. I'm gonna send her home. I don't think she will. She's not objectively fighting with London or her mom at the moment, as we know. She just went to the wedding and stuff, which is really, really cool. I think she's still trying to get over this, and I do think there's some people who are airing Mindy's bad laundry around her family, i.e. her cousins. I think that does play a factor. With that being said, the next thing you guys will see is us going to couples therapy. I'll link the mod down below that I'm using to do that, in case you guys want yours into a couples therapy. But I'll talk to you guys relatively soon. I'll come in here and talk about what's going down here in this corner. So, I came over to Aaron, and Aaron had a thing down here that I'd never seen before, and I thought maybe he got like a milestone or something or those lines, like, down here. I thought maybe it was a milestone. It was not a milestone. He was declared forever the favorite. Aaron has always known his status as the favorite, but the validation is still just as satisfying. You can declare your favorite children. And I say this, okay, she didn't have anything, like she has a toothache, she has a loose tooth again, and things like that, but she gave a friend's to advice, so she had a friendly advice sentiment type of thing. I don't know. It doesn't look like either of them. But then if you come over here to Maggie is upset. She is, why is everyone, because she's a charmer, whatever, just PUA bad, all normal stuff, but not the favorite. But why can't Maggie be the favorite? What did she do so wrong? And the only person who I think can declare them, maybe you can have a favorite sibling. Check and see if that's a possibility. So it doesn't say anything in here, and it would be right there, because Maggie's obviously not the favorite. I'm going to look and see at Iggy's children, who he's not very close with, I will have to say. The toddlers, he's not super duper close with. So it just says friend and friend. And I don't know if we can click on her and be like, hey, you're my favorite. I've never seen this interaction before in my life. I don't even know like where you would go to be like, hey, you're my favorite. Maybe it's a sibling thing. Maybe that's what she means by like what she said and stuff. Maybe Andrea, because they were hugging, like Aaron and her were hugging just a minute ago. So maybe that's what it was about. I have no idea. But I just want to mention that Maggie is super sad now because her best friend in the entire world was just told he was the favorite, because they are by far the closest out of the sibling relationship. Aaron, like, she doesn't know Andrea really at all, but she knows Aaron really well. They hug all the time, they play together all the time. Like, that was my goal though with the twins, for them to be really close growing up, to be best friends, because I don't really do relationships like that, especially in The Simpsons. I thought it would be kind of fun. And they're all relatively close with Mindy. So if we go to Mindy here, keep note of these things for future reference. So we go to Mindy here, right? Mindy and Andrea have 100. Aaron and Mindy have an 88. And Maggie and her have a 95, okay? And she has a job, she works, she goes out, she does things. I mean, it's her and, this is Iggy. Him and Maggie only have a 50. Him and Aaron only have a 56. And Andrea is a 98. I find that to be really crazy. He's been living with Doodle for a long time. A 17. I don't know where Maggie or Mindy's at. Mindy's at an E3 is her dog, to be fair. Things to keep in mind as we go into the more complicated parts of the relationship and as we move forward into some of the more adult storylines that are planned for later on in this particular season of this, of Mindy's life. She has 3. This will cover her from young adult to an adult. Then once she turns into an elder, that'll be the end of this. And then she has a mini series for when she's an elder before, as we send her off into her everlasting light. You know what I mean? That being said, yeah. That's all. I'll come back with you a little later on today. We're going to go to our first couples counseling. All right, Mindy has a little bit in between classes today. Her next class is in 4 hours, which I'm hoping is long enough to able to go out to couples therapy and come back so she doesn't miss any school. But essentially all you gotta do is you come over here and you click on your sim if you have them on. That's linked down below. Download. And you hit romance and you go and it says go do something together. This whole mod, really that's what it's about. It's so you can go to couples counseling, go for drinks, offer to go out with friends, offer to go for a walk, offer to go to a restaurant, offer to go to the movies. These are different things for your sims to be able to do in rabbit hole type of things. So we're not going to couples counseling with them, but they get to go to couples counseling together, which I find to be very important in my opinion. And so essentially she's going to come over here, she's going to sit down and she's going to be like, hey, I think we should go to couples counseling anytime using the computer action. And so you gotta in the order menu. So now you come up here and I'm gonna do it through this computer up here. There's also a computer downstairs, but you might just have one computer. I don't know. I'm gonna try clicking, maybe because the interaction itself isn't over, maybe? I'm gonna try clicking on him and seeing if he has to be the one to do it since we asked him to go. I thought maybe it'd be in here. Alright, it was down here on this one, so we're gonna come do that as we speak as well. Don't know why it wasn't popping up on the other computer, but it just wasn't. They're obviously still very much not getting along. I don't want you guys thinking that they are, because they're not. Having quite a few different arguments, actually. Throughout the day, in the evening, when the kids go to bed, we have long conversations about all these different things. And Mindy just I guess in a way Iggy probably as well. They both want the same thing. They both want to go try to work this out. Oh, we can send daycare. That's fine. Yeah, so they go off to couples therapy. Once again, I'm not entirely sure how long they're at couples therapy, so we will surely just wait and see. Once again, I'm hoping, oh, they're back. That was quick. I don't know if it glitched. I didn't get a notification. I don't know if the notification is necessary. Curious to see if it helped their relationship at all. It doesn't really look like it. Oh, great session. The counseling session was quite something. The therapist seemed to see through things Mindy didn't even know were true. Mindy's confidence in the possibility of positive love life prospects has definitely increased, which is great. I'm curious to see if he got anything. He has an average session. Fuck. I guess it was somewhat insightful, nothing life-changing, but still helpful enough. I think that's a good place to end this episode, guys, because once again, this is Mindy's way. Let's talk about it, right? Why are they going to couples counseling? What is the importance of this? What's the big deal, right? Obviously, she knows that he cheated. She's very much aware of it. She's scared of it. She's been scared of it for years now. Why is she taking this initiative? Well, one, she's obviously not afraid of divorce. Her parents have actually her parents never got married to get divorced, but you get my point here. That was not something that she's personally scared of, is divorce. But I think it's also very interesting to take note here, just for the simple fact that Mindy is trying to salvage this relationship. Her kids are toddlers. Her youngest is a child. She knows what a divorce, what a separation, whatever it might be, can do to one of them, can do to them. Because Mindy herself has been through it. Her parents never got married. They called off their wedding. She went through that. She went through the type of pain that she doesn't want to put her kids through. And her kids are her entire life. She is one of the most kindest, soulful Sims I've ever had outside of there. She is up there with, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, which is really sad. But she might have the legacy. She had her own series and stuff. Also, another very kind and generous Sim who I just wanted the best for, and she ended up finding a love of her life, and she had a good last few years. She played in Big Brother Season 1. Besides the point, with Mindy herself, she is a kind Sim, and she wants the best, and she's loyal, and so she is trying. And all this does for me personally is showing me that Iggy is not. They're gonna go through quite a few more sessions. It's expensive. It's $150 to $250 per session, but they're gonna go through quite a few more sessions before they make any final direct decisions that could affect everybody involved, and then once they make those decisions, we'll talk about them. I do have a strong feeling as we move into these next few things, you guys are going to find out why this is going to be put on the back burner for a few weeks. The next big thing we're going to talk about is Mindy graduating from college and finally starting her career and her favorite, job and stuff. I think she's going to go clean out shop from her store. I think we're going to close those doors relatively soon too, within the next 3 or 4 parts, which is crazy. I do think eventually Mindy, when she is an adult and an elder and she has nothing else to do, I do think she'll probably open up another store, a very much smaller coin store. But right now she wants to focus on her kids, and she wants to focus on charity work, and she wants to focus on all these other things that she cannot focus on currently. So with that being said, how you guys feel about this development? Iggy is obviously an adult now. Mindy, like I said, it's only like 4 or 5 episodes off before she is also slated to become an adult, which is both exciting and nerve-wracking. That does mean we hit the halfway point at that point in the series, but we got a few other things to go through first. Alright, that being said, I'll see you next time for another beautiful episode. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.